What if I told you that one of the most laughed at moments of Donald Trump's presidency wasn't a joke at all? What if it was actually one of the most strategically intelligent moves the United States almost made in the last decade? In 2019, when Donald Trump suggested that the United States should buy Greenland, the reaction was instant. Late night shows mocked it, headlines called it absurd, commentators treated it like a punchline. Even America's closest allies rolled their eyes. But here's the question almost no one stopped to ask. What if Trump wasn't crazy? What if Greenland is exactly where the future of American power is being decided? Let's rewind, because this story didn't start with Trump. On a map, Greenland looks like nothing more than ice. Frozen, empty, remote. It looks irrelevant, and that's exactly why it matters, because beneath that ice is something far more powerful than oil: control. Greenland sits at a strategic crossroads between North America, Europe, and a rapidly opening Arctic Ocean. And geography, despite what people think, still decides who wins and who falls behind. Greenland is home to Thule Air Base, the northernmost US military base on Earth. This isn't just another base. It's a critical early warning system for missile detection. If a nuclear missile were launched from Russia toward the United States, Thule would be among the first places to see it. And in a world where hypersonic missiles can cross continents in minutes, early warning isn't convenience, it's survival. So when Trump floated the idea of buying Greenland, he wasn't thinking like a real estate developer. He was thinking like a Cold War strategist. Here's what most people missed. The Arctic is melting, and that's not just an environmental story. It's a power vacuum. As the ice disappears, new shipping routes are opening, routes that can cut weeks off global trade, routes that could decide who controls the flow of goods between Asia, Europe, and North America. And whoever controls those routes controls leverage. But shipping lanes are just the beginning. Beneath Greenland's ice are massive deposits of rare earth minerals. These aren't abstract resources. They're required to build fighter jets, missile systems, electric vehicles, satellites, advanced weapons. Right now, China dominates much of the global supply, which raises an uncomfortable question. Should America's future technology depend on its biggest strategic rival? China doesn't think so. Russia doesn't think so either. China has already attempted to invest heavily in Greenland's airports and critical infrastructure. Not tourism projects, not charity. Russia, meanwhile, is militarizing the Arctic faster than any region on Earth. New bases, more submarines, expanded patrols. The Arctic isn't a frozen wasteland anymore, it's a chessboard. So ask yourself, why would the United States not care about Greenland? Here's the twist. Trump wasn't trying to buy land, he was trying to block rivals. Buying Greenland would have locked China out of critical Arctic access, strengthened US missile defense systems, secured future mineral supply chains essential for national security, and placed America at the center of emerging Arctic trade routes. That's not impulsive, that's strategic. And here's the part almost no one talks about. When Denmark rejected the proposal, the United States didn't walk away. There was no tantrum, no retreat. Instead, quietly and strategically, America changed its approach. The US reopened a consulate in Greenland, increased military funding in the Arctic, expanded direct cooperation with Greenland's government. No headlines, no jokes. Trump's so-called crazy idea became official US policy just without the purchase. Think about history. Every major shift in global power came down to geography. Sea lanes, choke points, high ground. Greenland is all three. If the United States loses influence there, it risks falling behind in missile defense, Arctic security, energy independence. This isn't about ice. It's about who controls the future. And suddenly Trump's idea doesn't sound like a joke. It sounds like a warning. History has a strange habit of rebranding ridiculous ideas as visionary, but only after it's too late. Greenland isn't just a frozen island. It's a chess piece in a global power game that's already underway. So the next time someone says Trump wanted to buy Greenland, maybe the real response should be, yeah, and he might have been right, because in the Arctic, the future of American power is quietly being decided right now.
And this story isn't finished, because the Arctic is only the beginning. The next battles over power won't always be loud. They'll be quiet, geographic, strategic. If you want to understand how the world is really changing before the headlines catch up, subscribe. more stories like this are already unfolding. There you go. Let me know if you need any more tweaks.